What's up everyone, Ricky here from PR Fitness Training. I'm here to touch on a very touchy subject, or at least it ended up being a very touchy subject, and that is cereal. So a couple months back, I posted on my Instagram a picture with me with a tweet above my head that said, "Public service announcement, cereal is for children." Got a lot of pushback. A lot of people not happy with that statement. For the record, I do still stand by that, okay? Cereal, in my opinion, is for children, and I do not mean that it's healthy for children and not adults. What I mean is it is basically a sugary, high-carb food that the TV pushes as a healthy option for breakfast. Now, I'm not here to debate that today, but that's my stance on regular cereal. What I am here to talk about today is Magic Spoon cereal. Okay, so I get a lot of questions about Magic Spoon cereal from my clients, and I just want to touch on what I recommend to them, my thoughts on it, and is it good, is it bad, like what's the deal with Magic Spoon cereal. So first, how does it compare to regular cereal? So right here I have the fruity, it's just called Fruity Magic Spoon cereal. Obviously, it's just trying to like mimic Fruit Loops. And let me break down the macros for this particular fruit cereal. So we're looking at 8 grams of fat, 15 grams of carbs, and 13 grams of protein. So the question is, how does that compare side by side with regular Fruit Loops? So if I type in the same serving size on MyFitnessPal, regular Fruit Loops are going to be 38 grams of carbs and about 1.5 fat and 1.5 protein. So side by side, Magic Spoon has basically half the carbs and it's got way more protein. The Fruit Loops basically has no protein. It's got 13 grams of protein. Now, let's be realists here. Nobody just has 1 cup of cereal. Let's round up to 2. Let's say you start your day or any part of your day with 2 cups of Magic Spoon compared to 2 cups with Fruit Loops. Magic Spoon, we're looking at about 30 grams of protein, which is pretty good, and we're looking at about 30 grams of carbs, which is not the end of the world. Would I prefer that my clients start their day or any part of their day with 30 grams of carbs through cereal? Not necessarily, but it's not the end of the world in my book. Now, on the flip side, if you're starting your day with 2 cups or any part of the day with 75 grams of carbs coming through cereal, which is what it would be with Fruit Loops, now that with me and my clients, that would be a big no-no. That'd be something that we would look at and be like, look, we're gonna have to figure out something else. Cannot use 75 grams of our carbs for the day through sugary cereal. It's just not gonna get the job done. That's what I wanted to touch on. 2 cups of Magic Spoon cereal, probably not the end of the world. 2 cups of Fruit Loops, which is probably what at least people are eating. Big time problem. I guess it depends on what your goals are, but for most people, and if you're watching this, you are probably who I'm talking to, of most people, 75 grams of carbs for your day through cereal, probably not the best idea. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is the branding on the Magic Spoon cereal, because it can be kind of confusing. So first thing is, it's going to say 5 grams of net carb. Many of my clients, we do not track net carbs. Okay, net carbs is usually used when you're doing keto and stuff. Most people are not doing keto. We're tracking total carbs. So although it says 5 grams of net carb, it actually has 15 grams of carbs, which again is not a huge amount, but just know that you're consuming 15 grams of carbs and not 5. If you're tracking your calories and your macros, that's going to trip you up big time if you're thinking you're only consuming 5 carbs instead of 15. So that's the first thing I wanted to touch on. The second thing is the branding as a whole is funny to me, because like this looks like a kid's cereal. Like, look at this. This does not look like it's for adults. The side of the box says totally delicious, childlike cereal for grown-ups. And then the real kicker is they have this maze on the back. And I just think, what adult is going to sit there eating this cereal and complete this maze on the back? Like, it's totally a child thing to do. No offense if you're an adult and you do that. But I'm just saying, like, I just think that's kind of funny. So not that how the box looks determines on if it's healthy or not, but those are just like some funny observations I had with the branding of the box. Now, the other thing is also on the front, it says not a low calorie food. See nutrition facts for calorie and total sugar content. FDA does not consider allulose a total or added sugar for nutrition labeling. So basically, again, I told you I'm not a dietitian, but basically what I'm getting from this is, the carbs are lower because instead of regular sugar, they're using artificial sweeteners. Some people are like big time, like, oh, no artificial sweeteners, blah, 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 blah. Listen, in my book, this is just a recommendation. This is just how, I operate with my clients. Artificial sweeteners are not the end of the world for me. Like, do I want you drinking, 7 diet pops a day? No, but I'd rather you drink something with an artificial sweetener with a lower calorie and better macro content than full-blown sugar packed anything. So that's just my stance on artificial sweeteners. You know, it's up to you. If you're totally against it, I understand. If you're not, I just told you how I feel about them. All right, so what is my stance on Magic Spoon cereal? I've came to a couple conclusions. First one is, if you are somebody that eats normal cereal, I think it's a great option to get off normal cereal and start eating Magic Spoon cereal. As I just went over in this video, it's half the carbs and you're actually gonna get protein in it. You know, if you're someone that's trying to lose weight or you're in a cut or something like that, normal cereal is probably just not gonna get the job done for you. The second thing is, if you are someone in a cut or you are someone trying to lose weight, it's a good option to curb your like cravings or fill that sweet tooth you have. You know, obviously, if you're like binge eating late at night, like obviously if you're eating 3 cups of normal cereal, bad news, 100 plus grams of carbs at night, you have 1-2 cups of Magic Spoon cereal, not gonna be the end of the world. Those are my 2 points. The third thing I would recommend is, if you are someone like myself, and I have multiple clients like this that don't necessarily ever eat normal cereal, you don't necessarily need Magic Spoon cereal in your life. For lack of a better term, I feel like it's kind of like a gateway drug to normal cereal. Although it is lower calorie and it does taste really good and the macros are pretty good on it, I don't necessarily feel healthy while I'm eating it. And it's still not as good of a choice, in my opinion, than oatmeal or some other carb source, okay? So again, if you're somebody that eats a lot of cereal, probably switch over to Magic Spoon cereal, save you a lot of calories, save you a lot of carbs. If you don't eat cereal, you don't necessarily need to start eating Magic Spoon cereal. It does taste good. That's basically what I've come to conclude with Magic Spoon cereal. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, you can put them down below. I will answer all the questions you have. Again, I'm not a dietitian. I'm coming at this from a pure calorie and macro standpoint breakdown. Again, if you guys don't know me, my name is Ricky. I'm from PR Fitness Training. Thank you for watching the video, and I will see you soon. Peace.